Howdy. It is a tropical heat wave today. We just got through a nice cold snap here in Minnesota. Thought it would be a perfect day to spend doing some camping out on the ice. Today we're going to be doing a fishing that is new to me. You guys remember in one of the recent episodes, I used one of these for the first time. This is a fish spear, and I'm going to be spending the next 24 hours out here on the lake, solo, trying to spear myself a northern pike. Here's all the gear I brought out here for the next 24 hours. Makes it a lot easier having this Smitty build. I think there were some questions on this last time I posted it, but this is basically just skis that elevate the load off of the ground, so it just makes it a little easier to pull heavier weight for one person. But I'm gonna start doing the hard work and getting camp set up. We do have a little bit of wind today, and I brought a pop-up ice house, meaning that it's an absolute sail in the wind. Cross my fingers I don't have any issues setting it up. It's pretty modest, like maybe 10 to 15 miles an hour, but it's enough to blow a house across the lake when there's no snow. Ladies and gentlemen, a little break in the programming to let you know that we've officially released the Nomad jacket. Available in two different colors, black and green. We have spent some time trying to develop the perfect springtime coat, and here it is. Primaloft installation, all zippered pockets, little logo hit on the side. Check them out now on the website in the description below. Only 100 available in each color. First come, first serve. Check them out now in the link in the description. And let's get back to the prepaid programming. The type of fishing I'm going to be doing requires me to see to the bottom. I did not bring a fish finder with me today, which is very unlike me. I feel like I'm traveling lightweight, even though I have probably around 200 pounds of gear right there. But I'm going to drill a hole first and see just what the water clarity is like here and get a rough estimate of the depth that we're in. Ooh, kind of stained. Now, when you are doing this kind of fishing, the sun is actually your enemy because it makes it a lot harder to see in the dark water. I'm gonna have to try to get as close to that hole as I can to be able to see down below. That's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna try not to drop you down the hole, but you see all this green stuff? I believe that is algae bloom, which means that the water's been getting warm enough to actually produce algae at this time of year, which is relatively insane. Very early for that. The ice is very safe. We are on about, I don't know, I'd say between 12 to 15 inches here. I don't have a measuring tape with me, but that is more than safe to walk out here, so that's good news. The bad news is that we're on 12 to 15 inches of ice, and I will be needing to cut myself a sight hole with a saw and an auger, and it might end up being a lot of work. It does look like I'm able to see bottom or in the weeds, so we like that. We're going after northern pike today. They like the weeds, so it's a good spot for me. I'm gonna need to use a saw, for sure. So I did drill out at as close as I get to a 45-degree angle, so I can see further on each side, just so the ice isn't blocking it. But you can see I kind of drilled these two a little higher than those. We'll see how it ends up shaping up. I might honestly just pop another one right here, but we'll see what the hole looks like after I get done sawing. Alright, that shaped up pretty good actually. Don't fall in the hole. Because it is a little bit windier out, I'm going to lock this bad boy in on the windy side. And zip these up. If you notice, the interior of this house is all black, which is ideal for this type of fishing because you can shut these windows and make it as dark as possible in here. This water is a little bit more tannic than I remember it. A little more brown. And we are really, really, really shallow, but that just means it'll be an easier spear throw when one does come in. This big nub right here is kind of annoying, but I do have a pretty good spearing angle just from the middle. I think that'll be great. We got a pretty good little setup going in here. You can see just how shallow we are. I gotta start whispering. Nice and sharp. So this one has 9 prongs on it. 9 tines. Be feeling like Zeus. What I'm using for lure today is this. So that's what we're using right here. A little soup can lid. You can see once it gets under the water, there's a lot of flash. So what we do with the spear is we sit and we wait to see a pike come get attracted in by the soup can, and we'll take the spear and throw it at him. Now it probably goes without saying, but we will not be releasing fish today. So if and when I do get a fish, the plan is to cook it up right here on the ice. But for now, it's just a nice, quiet, steady and still waiting game to attract one. There's a bite. There's one. I just saw one. I think I scared him by moving. I just saw a fish right over here. He kind of just flashed really quick. It didn't look very big, but it's a good sign because I've only jigged for like 5 minutes. I got him. No way. I think I got one. Yeah. I got one on. Did you see him come in? That was so sick. Alright. I'm gonna leave him pinned to the ground for a second. He's not quite out yet, but looks like a big fat one. That's so cool. I have just jigged the soup can lid. Oh, perfect shot too. Right in the back. Nice. Wow. Oh, he's off. Wow, look at that big bluegill or something he's got on him. He's got a giant belly. He just might have ate a bluegill. Got a knife. I'm gonna dispatch this fish quick. That was cool. Look at his belly though. He's got a big old sunfish or something in him. I'll clean him up later for dinner. Let's see what's hiding in that belly. He should have had a pretty good angle on that fish, but he came in right here and I could see just how far out his belly was sticking right when he came in. That was crazy. This has to be super shallow here because that fish looked pretty giant. And he's just sitting right there, but good sized one. Not super small, but there's definitely bigger in here. Feels good to get the skunk off the board. Now I'll be able to survive off of just eating one fish tonight, but my grandma and my parents like pickled pike, so if I do catch a couple more, I am gonna bring them home for them. Maybe I'll try a pickling recipe. Honestly, I'll keep a can for myself too, with crackers and cheese. Pickled pike is awesome. That's so cool. He just darted in, and the soup can lid was under him. I don't know if you could see that, but he was like almost trying to figure out where it went. He was sitting like this. Feels good because last time I went, I think I went 0 for 6 before I finally got my first one. Sweet, let's go. All right, so the limit here is 2 pike, and you can keep one that's over 27 inches, so I can get 1 more pike. All right, I just got this cute little 5-pound propane tank. This is my first time using it. It's starting to cool off a little bit outside, so I figured I'd fire up the heater. Sweet, we got the heater to work. I was starting to get worried there. Alright, we got a full tank right now. Got the heater rocking. Just brought the little guy today because it is so warm out. Save some weight. Sight fishing's different than fishing in the daytime because once it gets dark out, you can't see anything. So we'll just be cooking up dinner in here with a giant ice hole. And take advantage of the daylight while I can. Got him. That was so crazy. Whoa. I was just trying to get a couple clips of that, and he came right in. Alright, we gotta take you out of your misery. I'm sorry, buddy. Craziness. Alright, well, don't need this dark anymore, because it's got my limit for the day. Got ourselves another pike. Just a tinier, smaller one. But a pike nonetheless. What timing too, because the sun's just starting to go down. Now I'm gonna see when that's like 10 times bigger, aren't I? Better take my spoon away. It is kind of funny, or possibly sad, that today I remembered to bring my slippers, but I forgot to bring my rubber floor mats. It's not that I forgot to bring my rubber floor mats, I chose not to so I could save on weight and space, but in the grand scheme of things, I probably could have fit it and been 50% more comfortable. But this isn't terrible. At least we're not dealing with slush, it's just straight ice. The heater's doing a good job of keeping insulated, and I might end up tossing some snow on the outside of the house too to just help keep it insulated that much more. But the ice is definitely keeping the lower half cool for sure. All right, well, we got lights. All right, well, we are going to be frying up some fish tonight, and we'll be trying to do it in a jet boil. Never done fried fish in a jet boil before, but I've done crazier things on this channel. First things first, I gotta clean up fish. I think I'll go with the little guy. Oh, I almost just took a little curtsy into the lake. Now, pike gets a bad rap because they got a lot of bones in them, but I'm going to try to cut most of them out before I cook it. Because believe it or not, I'm not a fan of eating fish bones. Alright, little bubble. Got real hot. Ooh. Nice pike nugget. Oh, it's delicious. Alright, I'm just gonna grill up these pike. I'm gonna make another meal inside the jet boil too, and I want to have the fish with it. We'll see if I can keep the hot pieces of fish out of my mouth, because that's gonna be close to impossible, I think, for me. Already failing the mission of not eating the hot fish. Alright, I got the other fish all cleaned up. Just decided that that's one little one wasn't going to be enough. But if you remember, the big fish had a belly full of another fish. And I was really curious to see what that was. That is what he had in his belly. Little sunfish. Pretty good sized one too. Guessing he's had that thing in his belly for a couple days, but with the size of his belly, he definitely didn't need to be eating anything, so it makes me wonder why he was coming over to check out the food. Just goes to show you, he learned the lesson of greed today. He was big and greedy. So we can all learn from that pike. hey? Oh, oh. Remember how I said I was going to cook something else? I don't know about all that. Well, there's about 2/3 of the oil left in there. I honestly don't know what I could have done differently there. I only filled it up about halfway full. And I was adding like 2 pieces of fish at a time, so I need to watch a YouTube video or something on how to clear pike Y bones because I didn't get them all. Not even close. These don't have bones though. These are the tail pieces. And they're delicious. Oh, there's a bone. There's a bone in the tail. I did bring groceries and like ground turkey and everything to make dirty rice tonight. And then I was also thinking about maybe just heating up that can of soup. But I think this thing might be out of commish for the night. Yeah, it's full of hot oil, and that's... I don't really feel like burning myself. I also don't really have anything to clean that with right now without dousing it in the lake, and I don't want to do that. Won't complain about a fresh pike dinner, though. It is very smoky in here, though, isn't it? Just a little bit. What do you do? I know what you do. You don't boil fish in your jet boil. That's what you do. Hopefully somebody learns from my mistake. It's about 8 p.m. The propane is reading 2/3 full. It's definitely cute and little. Hopefully it's cute and little enough to keep me warm until the morning. Pretty fun to be able to come out and just pop one hole and have no fish finder. Be able to get your limit for the day. That's pretty fun. And now since I ate them, I can actually take a pike in the morning if I want to. So if the heater keeps me warm tonight and I'm feeling like it, I'm gonna try to stick another one in the morning. The sun's gone down now. Feels a little chillier. Nothing that a nice glass of cold water won't fix. Alright, it's roughly 11 o'clock. I'm just gonna head to bed. Good night. Good morning. My big hole had a little bit of ice spilled up on top of it this morning, but it was like only a millimeter thick. It is a little bit annoying not being able to have the jet boil to make some coffee this morning or breakfast, but I did in fact bring myself carbonated caffeine drink, so I'm gonna dabble in that this morning. I stayed pretty warm last night. I could definitely feel the cold air coming from the ice. And I did shut the heater off from about 11 until 2 a.m. You can see we have, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the gas left in there. All I'm gonna say is I'm glad it wasn't any colder last night. Give it about like a half hour more. It's 10 a.m. About time to get this show on the road. All right, successful trip. First time solo spearing pike. I limited out yesterday. Didn't get the pike I was looking for to end it off on, but can't complain about the outcome of this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm not sure how much more ice fishing I'm gonna be able to do this year with ice conditions, but it was a great 2023 to 2024 season, and I'm excited to figure out some fun road trips to do this summer. So if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And as always, until next time, you already know the drill. Just keep on trucking.